Hey girl, hey, and welcome to today's Spring Clean and Decorate with me, with a little bit of Easter Clean and Decorate with me kind of mixed in. We're just kind of doing both of the seasons here in today's video. So I'm going to take you through the whole process. We're getting all cleaned up and ready to decorate in multiple rooms throughout the house, as you saw in the intro. But first, let's get us a nice clean kitchen to work in. So we're going to do some quick tidying here, and then we'll jump into pulling out all the decor, laying that out, picking out what we want to work with, and getting started. We are getting as many dishes into this dishwasher as we absolutely can to go ahead and get the sink a little bit cleaner. I'm not going to do all the hand wash stuff right now. I won't bore you with that, but we are going to tackle at least loading the dishwasher and getting that process started here before we jump into some of the other stuff. But I don't know about you guys, I am so ready for springtime. I am ready for the bright colors and all of the fun and just the weather, you guys, the spring weather. I know so many of you probably still have snow laying on the ground where you live. Here in Tennessee, thankfully, we don't get a ton of snow, at least in our area, so we are snowless and slowly starting to have the occasional 60-degree day. And every time that happens, I am throwing open the windows and soaking in as much of that fresh air as I possibly can, because the Lord knows after winter, this house really needs some refresh. So that is what I'm going to be working on today. These are some flowers from Valentine's, so I'm just going to go ahead and arrange them in a vase and make them look a little bit prettier, and then we're gonna do a little more cleaning. Wanted to say a quick welcome back to those of you that are returning subscribers, returning viewers. I am so grateful that you took time out of your day to come over and clean with me or hang out with me. I love getting to spend some time with you guys and help motivate you or relax you in the evening. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Ashley, and here on my channel, Spoonful of Cleaning, I share lots of cleaning motivation, decluttering, and organizing, and all of the mom life in between. I am a mom of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so have lots of mom going on over here and balancing between being a work from home mom, stay at home mom. The juggle is real. So if that is content that you're into, I would love it if you would consider joining my little internet fam. Click that red subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and let's be virtual internet besties. And now that the kitchen counters and table and everything are all cleaned off, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these boxes. So I have 4 boxes of spring and Easter decor. So it's a little bit of a hodgepodge of all of it. So I'm just gonna start by going ahead and getting everything out, grouping it by type. So pairing the green bunnies together, the woven bunnies, getting out all of my little kitchen gadgets and things that I use during springtime. And so kind of sorting that and pairing it accordingly. And that way I know what I have to work with. And as I'm going from room to room, I know what I have and what I can grab, and it just makes it easier than shuffling through boxes every time you need something. And also it kind of is a nice little reminder of what you actually have. I would always suggest even doing this before going shopping for brand new decor for the year. See what you have, because it's really easy to forget those things that you bought, or maybe something you bought after the holiday last year and it was like, oh, that's on clearance, I'll put that up for next year, and you put it in your tote and you completely forgot it. So don't forget to check those bins first, do a little personal shopping, and kind of see what you've got already. Another thing you might have noticed me doing is popping things into a reusable shopping bag, and that is my donate bag. So I'm in the process of even decluttering things as I'm pulling this stuff out. This is a great time to do that whenever you're pulling out decor for each season, whether it be Easter, fall, Christmas, whatever that looks like. Go ahead, and if you're seeing things that you're like, I'm not going to use this, why did I even buy this? I don't like these anymore, they don't go with my style anymore, whatever the case is, go ahead and pop those in a shopping bag, or however it is that you donate things. For me, we use reusable shopping bags to take our donations, but for us, that just works really well. And I know these things, I've not used them I'm not using them this year, and I've not used them in the last year or so. So instead of holding on to them, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass them along to a family that can actually get some love out of them, and that way they can enjoy them, and I'm moving them on. So I'm not storing a bunch of stuff I don't need, and other people can enjoy things instead of them just sitting in a closet. Now, the top shelf here is a purely decor, but the second shelf, I wanted it to have a little bit of practicality to it too, because we do have a smaller kitchen. I wanted to be able to utilize this for some of those things that we grab and use pretty frequently. So my colander, little mixing cups, things like that I just really need to be able to use on an almost daily basis, if not daily basis. Those things are really, really handy to have. They look pretty and they're decorative, so they serve multiple purposes of both decoration as well as functional piece in the room. So now we are moving into the living room. I'm gonna do a quick pickup in here, and then we will get started with a little bit of decorating. And for my fellow little kid moms, you're probably like, oh my God, you put a candle down there? That is only lit after my girls go to bed in the evening. I had it burning just a little bit there for the video, but then blew it out because it's like, yeah, we don't need that going while my 4-year-old's in here. But that is just something, it's a nice relaxing thing for me. I love how this looks. And so far, the first couple days I had to tell them, don't touch the bunny, he's decoration. Although he isn't fragile or breakable, or don't touch the flowers. That was my main concern, is them pulling the flowers off to play with. But so far we have been good. So hopefully that sticks. They've not been touching it or messing with it or rearranging it anymore. So it just took a few days of, hey, we're not going to do that. Those are mommy's decorations. We don't touch those. We only look at those. And it's working out so far. With my spring decor, Easter decor, I am trying to keep it pretty simple and also utilize things that I already have. So the only thing I bought this year for decor was the pink candle that you just saw me. I needed to get a new candle and just wanted to do something. I love, after I put the girls to bed in the evening, just lighting a candle and just sitting and relaxing, whether it be watching a movie or even if I do have to pull my laptop out and get some work done. It's just, I don't know, it feels like something I'm doing for me and some mommy time. So it's just part of my little, I enjoy this. So that was the only piece that I bought for my decor. So it's not the fanciest. I'm not giving tips and tricks on how to have a designer home, but you know, I feel like decorating should just make you happy, and it's your home and it doesn't have to have a bunch of rules or things to follow. So whatever makes you happy, whatever pieces make you smile when you look at them, that is the purpose for me and my decor. But as you can see from the screen, we have moved over to my coffee bar. I did this back at Christmas and had like a Christmas coffee bar, cocoa bar, and I absolutely loved it. So I wanted to do a little bit of a similar thing for not Valentine's, that is long gone, but for spring. So we're going in and doing that. We had found that piece of art, the floral arrangement up at the top. So my mom grabbed that for us to be able to put over the coffee bar. It was like at Home Goods, and I think it was like $50. It wasn't really very expensive for that large of a piece. And we both saw it and just fell in love with it. So of course that came home with us that particular day. But adding in some little coffee cups for making coffees to go, it just adds a little fun to when you are taking your coffee to go. Even though I'm like trying to be like, okay, I'm not going to go and buy an $8 coffee every day at Starbucks. It gives me something, if we're heading out the door, I can make my fun cup and it gives me something to look forward to. So it's the little things, you guys kind of have to do that. But I'm going to make a quick cup of coffee here, and then we're going to move on to getting a couple of other things done. We have had this little Christmas cactus sitting on our table for a while. It was a gift from a friend, and so wanted to kind of repot it. It was getting a little big, I felt like, for that one. And also I had found this little Ray Dunn Cinderella coach over at TJ Maxx, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that would be perfect. Gives it a little bit more space. So going ahead, getting that all repotted. I'm sure I do not have a green thumb, you guys. I may be doing this wrong. I apologize. You can let me know in the comments any tips that you have for next time, but please be nice. I am not a gardener. I'm not a flower girl, anything like that. that is like, I'm not a plant mom. I barely keep things alive. But I had found those little bunnies at the Target dollar spot a couple years back. I think it was either last year or the year before last, and had never used them. And I finally have some little flower pots. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use those. But for those of you that like the after cleanup, here we are, just tidying up all of the pieces that I wanted to keep, but I'm not going to use this particular year. So going ahead, getting those items back in the boxes, getting everything kind of tidied and put away after a little bit of decorating. And then I did want to share, Dean had the most genius idea, and I think you'll see it here in a clip in a second, but he actually had the idea for us to put a little pee pad or a little like changing mat is what we ended up doing. I didn't have any pee pads or anything, but to fold it up and put it under this runner under our coffee maker to absorb anything. So if for whatever reason it did have a little spill or anything, it's going to help absorb. So I thought that was really genius. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, sticking around to this very end of the video. But if you haven't already, click that thumbs up button, red subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.